Hey guys, WWTylerRocks98 here with another Constructing Tyville episode. That is right, I am bringing the series back to my channel, and I'm actually going to take it back to its roots, to where I build on camera for a few episodes, and I'll showcase what the build looks like when it's done, how I originally had it, but then I changed it. But I'm going to take it back to its roots, but I've been bringing it back for a few weeks now, because I wanted to finish two builds that I had been in the process of making, and one of them is right here. You'll see the next one at some later date, but right here we have a full-scale high school. Has 4 different wings on the main campus and a huge football stadium, and it came out absolutely amazing in my opinion. I was really proud of how this build came out, and this was definitely a must finish before I brought the series back, because I didn't want to spoil it. Like you know, I'm building a house over there or something, you notice the football stands, I kind of wanted to keep it a little secret, a little surprise. And yeah, let's go ahead and just start touring this video. I was recording a video of this previously, but some kid decided to spam me with messages, so I had forgotten to turn notifications off, so I have to re-record it, which really sucks, because the first video was going good, but maybe this video will turn out to be way better. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is the first, this is like the main building of the campus. As you see, we have, on the main part, we have 4 different buildings. One's a gymnasium, and then you have 3 different wings of classrooms. And this is the 100 wing, my bad. This is the main building. And once you come in, we are the Redstone Warriors. Tyville Redstone Warriors, so our colors are red. So I tried to use a little bit of red here and there, and I think the red was definitely a good pick, because I do love red, and not only in this texture pack, but it's like one of my favorite colors. But anyway, once we come in here, first off on the left, you'll see that you have a desk that has snow on it, which is supposed to replicate paper. This is just for like announcements or like sign-up sheets for something, or after-school activities, or just like that kind of basic stuff that you can pick up when you're going to class, or if you're a parent, and then you can, if you see it, you can pick it up and whatnot. Right here is one of those display cases that showcases like trophies and like school awards and all that. That's what this is for. And then down here are classrooms, and there's a few different rooms back here. This is the biggest wing, of course. Surprisingly though, there's only 4 classes in the biggest wing. Every other wing has about 6 or 7 classes in it. So it's weird that the main wing, the biggest one, has only 4 classes. But we're gonna actually start by going to the left, and this is a waiting area. If you need to like talk to your guidance counselor or the principal or vice principal or whatever, this is the waiting area for the main office. You got a few what would they be called? I can't even think of the word. Where they just like they'll time you in and whatnot, and tell them back there that you want to talk to them, or they can file stuff. And yeah, receptionist, that's what I was thinking of. That's what there would be. Coming back here is the main part of the front office, and there's about, I think, 11 rooms in this. I might be wrong. No, it's like 9. I can't even remember. Let's go ahead and go in here. This is a conference room, like if you're gonna have a meeting with your teachers or your parents or whatever. This is where this would happen. You got like a little water tank if you need some water, and try to make the table big as possible to kind of help fill up the room a bit. But yeah, this is pretty basic, pretty self-explanatory. I also named all the rooms with signs and actually gave them numbers and all that. So once we get to the part where the classrooms are, you'll see I actually gave everyone names and stuff, so it's pretty cool. This is the teacher's lounge. I didn't really know what to put in a teacher's lounge, so I just put like a few counter spaces, a sink, a oven, and a fridge. They can keep their food, or they can cook something up on their break or whatever, and they can sit down and enjoy their break and whatnot. And then down here are the 2 guidance counselors. As you know, usually in high schools they split the names up like A to whatever, and then whatever to Z between 2 guidance counselors, and these are the guidance counselors for this school. You got Miss Debbie, which is A to whatever. I couldn't remember what the middle ground it is. I think it's like N or something, and then M to Z, something like that. But she has room 103, and then this is her room, pretty basic. It was pretty dim in here even with that light, So I gave her a cauldron with a plant on top of it with a light under it. If you didn't know, lights will shine through cauldrons, so that's a cool little design if you didn't know that. You got her desk. I gave everyone the same design desk. I thought, you know, a modern desk would look nice. You have her chair, and then you got 2 other chairs, and you also have her her filing cabinet. So yeah, the room's pretty basic. Over here is the Miss James. You know, she has a desk, 2 chairs, a filing cabinet. She doesn't have a plant because she has a window, so that's why I didn't give her a cauldron light plant thingamajigger. Over here is Mr. Allen, which is a reference to Barry Allen. He's one of the vice principals, and you know, he has a pretty neat room. He has 2 filing cabinets, a plant, a cauldron, his desk, and then where the student will sit if he's talking to him or a parent or whatever. Let me make sure I close the doors too. I want to keep these doors closed because usually in schools they keep these doors closed. So that's why I'm trying to keep it. Like, over here is Miss Marie. She's the other vice principal. You have her 2 filing cabinets and then her desk and then where the student will sit. She actually has a pretty decent view of the football field, which we will go to last because that came out absolutely amazing in my opinion. Down here is just a bathroom. I guess it's a unisex bathroom. I think I only did male and female restrooms once or twice. No, 3 different times I think actually. One thing I've been doing lately is this floor pattern with the pillar quartz. I saw Dan Lags always does it, and I always think it looks really nice, so I started trying it out and I really love it. You got a pretty basic bathroom though. You got the toilet and a sink and whatnot, and then the red lining on the top of the walls, that's actually exclusive to this building. No other building has the red lining. The spare room just has some boxes, and then down here is Mr. Law, the principal, and he also has a pretty decent view of the football field. And then this is his desk where the students will sit, or parents or whatever. He has 2 filing cabinets, a big flat screen TV, bookshelves, and then the redstone, since we are the redstone warriors. And yeah, so that's just the main office. Like I said, it's pretty basic. I didn't go too crazy with it, but I do love how this whole build even turned out. And it does take up a pretty big chunk of the map. Maybe at the end I'll turn back on my HUD and get my map out and show you how big of the space it took up. And now we'll get into the teachers. Some of these teachers actually have meaning to me. So once we get to the ones that actually have meaning to me, I'll tell you. But first off, we have Mr. Liu. He teaches economics. I actually have that class this year at my school, so I just decided to put that there. He has a pretty basic class. You know, here's his desk, his chair, and then you actually have every classroom is pretty much laid out the same. Every class though has something different about it, so that's why I'm going to go into every one. You got a projector screen, your projector, and yeah, it's a pretty basic class. So we'll come out here and then we'll go across straight to Mr. Wart, which is reading, and he was actually my 3rd grade reading teacher, so that's why I made him the reading teacher. You know, pretty basic classroom again. The classrooms usually range between 12 to 16 desks for students. It just depends on how many I decided to put in that room. Here's his desk, there's his chair, and there's a projector and a projector screen, and you know, the desk, and then of course since it's reading you got bookshelves. And then we'll come out here. We'll go over here to Miss Kelly, which is geometry. And you know, you got another small classroom, pretty basic layout. This one actually is the same as the Mr. Liu, so not much to be said here. We'll close that. And then right here is Miss Good. She teaches French. You got your projector screen, of course, same layout. But this room actually has 2 special things. Not only does it have a French flag for France, but also back here I laid out the desks this way because when I was building this I was watching Beavis and Butthead, and if you've ever seen that show, everyone's desks are lined up perfectly, but theirs is always like in the back and like the middle of the aisle. So that's why I did this. But of course I put 3 so it's kind of like symmetrical and looks alright instead of just 2 like it would have been in the show. But that was just a cool little Easter egg, I guess, that I did there. And we're done with this room. down here leads to the 300 wing, but we're not going to go there yet. We're going to go down here to the last couple of rooms, and then we're going to go into the 200 wing. Right here is the detention slash in-school suspension room. This is where the desk of the guy that's monitoring them, and there's their desks. We don't have a lot of them because it's a small room, and I kind of had to just fill that room up, so that's why I made that. This is a copy room with some copy machines. I didn't know what to do for them, so I just did a quartz block, a upside down quartz stairs, and then a pressure plate for the screen. I really didn't know how to make them, so that's what I did there. You just got a box with some extra paper. Lockers, I forgot to point those out. You got a lot of lockers in this building, but every building actually has lockers. So this is the library. Let's go ahead and go in here. This one came out pretty good. A lot of bookshelves, obviously, since it is the library, and if you can actually look out the window, and also a lot of good views of the football field. But I can't wait to show you guys that, because I actually did, like, in my opinion, came out pretty freaking amazing. You just got a long desk for students that are just going to sit here and read or whatever, like you'll see at college campuses or whatever. At my high school, we actually have like a few big comfy chairs that if you want to go there at lunch and like go on your computer, because at my school we actually have laptops. We don't have textbooks or anything. Go there and go on your laptop or whatever. That's usually what I used to do. And then you got the where you check your books out and whatnot. And yeah. So we're going to go ahead and close this, and we're going to come down here. You have the girls' restroom, of course. Pretty basic. And you got the boys' restroom, the urinals. I didn't know how to make the urinals, so I did that. And I forgot to replace that dirt block with quartz. My bad. You know, pretty basic for a boys' room, though. And then we got the cafeteria, which was pretty cool because I like how the line thing came out. I kind of just accidentally did that, to be honest with you. I was just testing it out, and it actually came out really good. And I actually used it in another one of my builds that you will see next time on constructing Tyville. And yeah, so I thought that came out pretty good. And you got desks or lunch tables and whatnot. There's not a lot of them. That's one thing I kind of looked over, was putting more seating in. I meant to put seating in on the outside, but I actually completely forgot about that until now. But it's no big deal. Of course, you got a kitchen, you have a few refrigerators, a few stoves, sinks, and where you would buy your food. And yeah. So that's the first building. And let's go ahead and go into the 200 wing. I guess this is like the main courtyard area where you walk to your class and whatnot. So I put in the middle here just some redstone blocks. Look over there, see the football stadium. Look over there, gymnasium. There's a path that leads to that. But we'll come in here in the 200 wing. This is the first building that I actually got 100% finished. So yeah, you got a few lockers, of course, again. And then we have 6 classrooms in here. So this one is Mr. Brown Algebra. Instead of giving him a projector, I actually gave him a blackboard. There's always that one teacher that just doesn't have like a projector or anything. It's just like very, very out of date. I guess the school doesn't like Mr. Brown or whatever. But he teaches algebra, and this is his class. Pretty basic. And then yeah, then we'll come across the way to Mr. Lopez, which is Spanish 202. We have the Spanish flag, and then or the Mexico's flag, and you got desks all around. You got a few bookshelves, which would probably be for like Spanish dictionary or whatever. And then you have a big projector with a desk right here. Pretty basic room again. Like I said, a lot of the rooms follow the same kind of format. And we're gonna come over here, and this is Mr. Bryan. I guess Daniel Bryan is now a teacher. He teaches U.S. history, and you got the American flag right there, a big projector, a few textbook or bookshelves for textbooks, which is weird. I don't know why I put those there. Now thinking about it, because the school uses laptops like my real life school, so I don't really know why I put that there, but I did. And this is his desk and whatnot. And close that. You can come across the way to Mrs. Lee, which was my actual English teacher last year, so that's why I made her the English teacher at the school. I made this room formatted differently. If you've ever seen the movie, what was the movie called? I don't remember the movie name, but it was like dealing with like discrimination and whatnot, and like all these kids were on like a bad path, and like teacher like made him read a good book or something. I forget what it was called. I think it was like an MTV movie or something. It was a really good movie, but I kind of aligned the desks like that where they're all facing each other. You got a projector, of course, since it's English. You got a few books with literature on them, and you got her desk. So yeah, pretty basic. And then I really like how the desk design came out. Over here is Mrs. Saltmarsh teaches science. She was actually my biology teacher last year as well. So 205, and then I made the biology desk. I think these came out pretty well too. You got books up there for your textbooks or whatever. And then, of course, you always have the lab table, so that's how I made these. And I thought that came out pretty good. And then, of course, you have like a few science experiments going on over here, and then you got a school. And this is her desk. Usually I put the teacher's desk in the corner, but I actually put hers in front. And, you got her projector and whatnot. I thought this came out pretty good, too. And then over here is the art room, if you have art. And one thing I really love about this, I don't know if like you've ever noticed, but every time you have like an art class, the desks are always colored. So I gave the desk actually colored tops, and I put artwork all around the room from students. And this classroom really doesn't even have a good view unless you like the gymnasium. But and then that's her desk, and there's a projector or whatever. I really like how the desk came out, because I was like thinking of that, because I was actually just going to put regular desks, but then I was like, oh yeah, they usually have colored tops, so that's why I put those there. And then I think that's it for the 200 wing, so we'll go ahead and go over to the 300 wing now. You got this pathway right here, and it leads down to here, and this is the 400 building, so we're going to turn right here and come into the 300 building. Open this up, close this. You got lockers everywhere again. And then let's go ahead and get in the classes. This is Mr. Jobs. He teaches digital design. Mr. Jobs, a reference, because this is a computer class. This might be the only computer class if I'm correct. And he teaches digital design, so he, Steve Jobs and Mr. Jobs, whatever. Pretty basic class. You got laptops out for Photoshop, and then this is where he would sit and monitor their screens and whatnot. And then across the way is Mrs. Dunn. I accidentally put two N's in that. I was supposed to be a reference to Josh Dunn, but I didn't want to put Mr. Dunn. I tried to keep the gender like kind of split evenly with all the teachers for some reason. So I had to put Miss Dunn, but I accidentally put two N's. I think it's only supposed to be one N, but whatever. She teaches algebra. That's, if you don't know who Josh Dunn is, well, then you should kill yourself. No, I'm just kidding. It's the drummer for 21 Pilots, and here's his room, or her room. I got a desk right there, and I actually made the desk differently. I actually gave him tables and then the projector right here, which I thought came out pretty cool. And yeah, I actually really did like the way this one came out. And you come back across the way. I'm trying to go in number order, if you noticed. This is Mr. Wayne. Mr. Bruce Wayne gave up Batman to become a world history teacher. This is the basic layout for the classroom. I kind of didn't know what to do for this one, so I just did a basic layout. I wanted to do an armor stand with armor on it, but in the city texture pack, hold on, I'll show you. They don't have like armor. They have design different ones. Like you got like a biker outfit, a firefighter, a doctor, or another biker, and I don't know. Actually, I don't even know what that one's supposed to be then. And you got a suit, but you got a projector right here. Pretty basic. And then down here is Mr. Joseph, or Tyler Joseph. He teaches accounting. He's actually the lead singer of 21 Pilots. There are two in the band. Pretty basic room again. I didn't really go too much detail. Desk, projector screen. Like I said, this building was the last one I think I finished, other than the stadium. Stadium I did after the whole main campus. But when it comes to classrooms and stuff, this was the last one I finished. I'm actually going to take a drink real quick. I was getting cotton mouth really bad, so I had to take a drink there. I'm sorry. And then you have 5 more classrooms left. This is Miss Ivy. You can figure out what that's a reference to, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. She teaches business, 305. And then, oh yeah, I really did like this layout of the classroom too, with the long table with all the laptops on it. I thought this one came out really well too. So yeah. She turned her life around. If you get who that's a reference to. Comment down below if you get that reference. I give you a hint, it's not Poison Ivy. And then you have a unisex bathroom. These are eventually, in my opinion, going to become a thing. There's no longer a split between genders. There's just a unisex, and you kind of just come in and use the bathroom and whatnot. YouTube, at the YouTube headquarters, actually has these. Where there's not boy-girl bathrooms, there's just unisex where you just go in and you do your business and not rape anyone. And then down here is the last classroom. This is Miss Black. She teaches language arts. That's not a reference to anything, but I just thought of a reference. So if you get that one, Miss Ivy, you'll get this one too. But that's not what that was for. I gave this one an L shaped with the desk. This is a small one since it is high school. I don't think anyone should be having language arts in high school. I think you're in English then. Last time I had language arts was 8th grade, which was in high school. So yeah. So I kind of made it small for like people that maybe failed that class or whatever. I know we'll close that, and this finishes the 300 wing. Let's go ahead and go into the gymnasium. On the outside of the gymnasium doesn't look too good in my opinion. I think I could have done a bit better, but on the inside it's absolutely amazing. So this is the 400 wing, like I mentioned. This is a gym. Close this one. You have a huge, display case for all the trophies and whatnot. You have a bathroom right here. And then a bathroom right here. And I'm actually going to back up into this one because I really love the way this came out. I'm going to come up high a little bit and we're going to turn around. Look at that. I really love the way this came out. I was so proud of myself when I finished this. You got the basketball hoops that actually I made them. Originally had like the pole coming from the ground, but I decided to hook them up to the roof, so like whenever they're going to play a different game in the gym class, they can like the basketball hoops go up into the ceiling like they did at my school. And that's why I did those. You got a hopper. I actually got this design from the subscriber world. Someone made a basketball court on there. Since then, not only did I make this one, but I also made a different basketball court in the suburban area of where all the housing is. You may have saw it slightly when we're in the beginning when I was kind of scanning the area. But of course you got basketball, you got your stands, you got a few extra basketballs over here. In the basketball court, the Redstone Warriors basketball team, I think it is absolutely crazy good. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I thought this right next to the stadium came out absolutely phenomenal. You have the boys locker room for the basketball teams that come and play, or you can actually set up a net across too, and it could be that one sport, volleyball or whatever it's called. You got home, and this is the boys locker room, and this is a little joke right here. You got the away team, and they have to change in the girls locker room because they're a bunch of pussies. No, I'm just kidding. But that I thought that was just a little joke. And then the score for our team in basketball is actually, I don't even watch basketball. I know nothing about basketball. So I had to actually go online and find like scores. So we're winning by 91, and the away team has 75. So I'm guessing that's a close game. I really do not know. I do not watch sports other than wrestling. And that's debatable if that's a sport. I think it's a sport, but some people may beg to differ. But and then you have another sign over here for it, and it's the sign with the score on it at the football stadium is way bigger, but yet again it is a stadium, so I had to do something different. And yeah, so this one came out really well. Let's finally get to the football stadium. I think I've showed everything in the main campus, as you see all over here. So yeah, let's go over to the football stadium now. The one thing that I was most excited for, oh yeah, bus loop. This is where you'll, like, if you ride bus, the buses will turn in here and pick you up, and then they'll drive out or whatever way. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's what that's for. Oh, and then I gotta show one more thing. My bad. I'm gonna fill the area up with forest. If you're wondering why I didn't put forest or trees all around, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that lake. I'll talk about that in the update video for this which will be episode 35, I believe. This is episode 33, and the next one that I'm showcasing another build will be 34. And then 35, I'll kind of give you an update of what I'm going to do on the world and kind of go from there. But in this area, I kept it free of trees if they want to come out here and play like flag football or whatever, or kickball or soccer or something like that. Kind of kept that area free for them. But yeah, so now we're done here. Let's go over to the stadium. We'll come over here first since we're closer. This is the away team parking, and you know the away team can come buy their tickets right here. I figured if you're the home team, most likely you're going to be more students than anything, so you can just buy the tickets in the front office, like I think every school does. I know my school and the previous high school I went to before moving, they did that too. So right here is the bigger parking lot, which is where the students will park if they drive to school. This is where I decided they would park. I was actually going to make a parking lot in front of the school, but I decided that I would just keep it right here. And X came out pretty good. A pretty big parking lot. It took me a while to fill it in, but it did. I eventually got it done. And then this is the front entrance. Nothing too special about out here. I figured once you see what's on the other side of that LED screen, that's a scoreboard. I figured right there, like where the gray is, it just say like Redstone Warriors versus whatever for the people that are coming to the game or whatever. Come in here and close this. Over here is the bathrooms. You see you got urinals and bathroom stalls and whatnot. This is the male bathroom, and this is the female bathroom. And yeah, pretty basic. And we'll come over here, and I actually forgot to design these. I am actually kind of ashamed of myself. And the sad thing is, I went through these like 3 different times looking to see if I missed anything, and didn't catch things until I started recording. So there's a few things that I've noticed that I missed, but I'm not going to mention. But right here was supposed to be a food court and then a t-shirt shop. But yeah, I kind of like I guess my eye went past it because it's kind of over there in the corner, so I'm guessing that's what happened. But you come down here, this is the entrance to the football field. You got the 2 football team locker rooms. Right here you got the lockers and a long bench and whatnot. And it's the exact same over here. And then you come out to the football field. This is where the football team will come out, and this is where you'll come to get your seating. And let's go ahead and get into our seats. You come around, come up here, and right now our football team, we came late to the game, I guess. We're ahead by a touchdown. We have 14, and the other team has 7. And yeah, so this is the football field. I thought it came out pretty awesome. And the only thing I would change about it is I kind of would rather flip the sword to face the home team, but I like the way the sword looks like this, like how it is right now. Not like kind of like the stands and then the sword, instead of the sword being the opposite way. So over here we have the water coolers for the teams, and then the benches, same exact thing over here. And then over here you get the crap seats for the away team. And they don't get the awesome seats like we do. And then you know, you got the football field. I really didn't have room for numbers or anything, so I didn't really worry about it. I didn't think it would be a big deal. You got the 2 end zones, of course, red with the red sword for Redstone Warriors. I actually looked up online a redstone sword in Minecraft, and it kind of made it like right there. And then of course you got the 2 end zones with the whatever these things are. I don't even know. It's, you know, it's sad. I played football and I don't even know what the yellow things are called. Wherever you kick the ball into. Like, I'm so bad at sports. And then I think that is actually it to show. You got their parking lot, which is smaller, and that is it. That is the school campus. Where are we at on time? Wow, it was almost. This is a 30-minute video. Holy cow, my bad. A lot to show though. It's not like there was not enough. Like, I kind of showed a lot in this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me down in the comment section below what you guys think of it. I think my favorite part was the football stadium, and then over there the gymnasium with the basketball court, and then some of the classrooms came out really well. But overall, I think this was one of the better builds I've ever done in Minecraft. Tell me down in the comment section below what you guys think of it. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe for more Constructing Tyville if you want to see how this world continues to grow. Next episode, I'll be showing another thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the map. So down in the bottom right hand corner, you can see what I'm showing next time. If you've been paying attention to my channel, you should kind of guess what that is, because I was doing a Let's Build on it at first, but then kind of gave up because I prefer to build off camera, but it's whatever. And then, so you see, if you look on the left hand side, or did I say bottom left hand? I mean bottom right. But if you look on the left hand side where my guy is, as you see, it takes up a pretty good portion of the map. Not a lot, but it's very big. It's the biggest thing in here, other than, no, I think this might be bigger than what I'm going to showcase next episode, in episode 34 of Constructing Tyville. But, so yeah, so again, tell me how I did in the comment section below. Dude, is there anything you would like to see built? I would take recommendations, because I'm kind of getting lost at what I should build. But I do have a few ideas. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.